Welcome to your ultimate guide to strongholds. This is an extremely in-depth guide with timestamps. Please use the timestamps as they will be most beneficial to you. To start off, you will need to have your stronghold unlocked. To unlock your stronghold, you will be unlocking it somewhere between level 20 to level 30. Sometimes it can be close to level 38 depending upon where you are in your leveling process. This is unlocked by completing Clerk Theo's invitation quest, which becomes available around level 25. Speak to the royal recipient outside the castle of East Lutera and complete the small actions required to unlock your stronghold. This will be playing the song Heart of Hearth and entering the stronghold and going into the tutorial mode. The tutorial mode will have tooltips explaining about what each feature is, but let's go over each of these features. The first feature is the lab. This is where you'll be doing all of your research. Research is extremely important as it will help you unlock upgrades for your items in the workshop, as well as expanding your stronghold. The time taken in the research menu is actually displayed in real time. So for an example, if time taken says 53 minutes, that'll be 53 minutes of when you started the research in your real time. You can, of course, look through all the different research that you have available through the drop down menu to unavailable research. That will display all the research that you will have available to you sometime in another, and it's also most beneficial to look into this menu to see what achievements you are missing for certain research. Next up is the workshop. The workshop is where you'll be crafting all of your items. This includes the battle items such as elemental HP pots, the flares for guardian raids, and a bunch of other items that will be most beneficial to you. And of course, there is cooking, which will help you get food buffs, which increase your power and vitality. Structures are what you're going to be using to decorate your stronghold. Tools will be most beneficial for your forging. So say if you need a level 30 tool, you can come to your stronghold and craft it from there. The special tab is for your treasure maps that you can make, such as secret archaeological site maps. These will include various different rewards that you will have a lot of fun doing. And then eventually you will unlock the farm tab. We will dive more into the farm later, but to go over the workshop items of it, the farm will be used in creating different type of untradeable items that you will be needing, such as battle chests. So say you need to get a HP pot for your ult, but you can't, so you could do a battle chest instead. It'll also help with treasure maps and upgrading your ship. This is the most important part of the workshop, as upgrading your ship is very important. Speaking about ships, let's go to the dispatch station. The dispatch station is where you have housing crewmates, which is very different than the crewmates you actually have on your ship. And you get different crewmates by doing report system, or you can buy them from merchants. A lot of the merchants will be from your stronghold, as well as the wandering merchant going around different cities. Now you'll notice in the formation of your crew that there will be a adaptation percentage. Please keep in mind that there is no mission that will ever fail. The ranking system goes all the way up to a double S. There may be a triple S, but I have not personally seen it. The special missions that you will see in your tab will be unlocked later on in your stronghold. This is the Guardian Raids and Chaos Dungeons. So let's say you're on vacation and you cannot use your Guardian Raids or Chaos Dungeons and you still want to get that loot. For 12 hours, you can send out a crew and go do the raid for you. So this will actually get you rewards from the Chaos Dungeons and allow you to get your Guardian Raid loot as well. This feature is for people who do not have time to raid and still like to gear up their characters. Please note that your gearing system will be slower when you're going through this method. Now let's hop over to the Manor. The Manor is where you're going to see a lot of your effects for your strongholds. You can see all of your effects in the integrated management menu under effects. You'll see a long list of different effects that your stronghold will have, and it will go up the more you level your stronghold. In the Manor, there's the structures and then there's outfit. Structures are items such as fountains, statues, special terrain items that you can get throughout the game in various different ways. Each fountain or structural item will have its own cost. For example, in my manor, I have the Latera Style Large Fountain for the effect of research cost deduction of 1%. And I have the Model SMT-01 effect from the Platinum Founders pack, which has the special crafting great success chance and a crafting action energy consumption. The outfit tab is for the report system. We'll dive more into the report system a little bit later, but to explain what outfits are in the wardrobe area of your stronghold, and that will have a list of different that your trusted report NPCs will have. You do not need to have the NPC wearing the outfit to get the effect, but you can only have one outfit per NPC active. So let's say you have an NPC that it has 5 outfits. You can only use one of those outfits out of the 5. So 4 of those outfits you cannot use at all. Here I have Namira for her chef's kitchen action energy consumption and crafting great success chance. And then I have Poppy for my battle item crafting cost reduction and crafting time reduction. The unlockable tab is where you see all the expansions you have. So right now in NA and Europe, we have the vacant lot, farming site, seashore, and remote island. You will also see the different research that is required for you to unlock these expansions. Now, let's talk about how the Stronghold is used for ults, such as the Knowledge Transfer and Training Camp. The Knowledge Transfer is a system where you can boost up your characters to certain eye levels and skip story. For example, if you wanted your ult from level 10 to level 50 with Norvern complete, you would create your character, do the base tutorial if you wish to do that, or you can skip it, get to Pride Home, go all the way down to the section where you get the song Escape. This will only take you about 2 minutes if you skip the tutorial. Once you have the song Escape, you will unlock all of the roster songs that you have for your characters. So you go to your stronghold through that menu. Then you go to Knowledge Transfer, and then you'll see North Vern. And as long as you meet the requirements of characters who completed the quest and have a open available knowledge transfer count, as you can only have 9 knowledge transfers per account. Once you meet these requirements, you'll spend 600 gold and wait 8 hours for your character to transfer. Once the transfer is complete, you will have all of those memories transferred to that character, and they will be boosted up to eye level 302 and level 50. If you want to boost up your character to, say, Yorn, you will have to go through a knowledge transfer each time. So you have to knowledge transfer through North Vern, Rendell, and to Yorn. You can't just jump from level 10 to 600. You have to go through the different requirements, which means North Vern. You have to complete North Vern, make sure you have the basic requirements of the knowledge transfer count and the completed quests, and have an item level of level 10. Then you will also have to complete the Rendell transfer, which is where you have to be item level 460 and have a character complete the quest line as well. Then you can knowledge transfer them to Yorn. So this will actually make the process a lot longer than you might actually think it is, since you have to individually transfer between the zones. I only suggest doing North Vern as it is easier to gear up that way. But of course, if you want to skip tiers, you can. But of course, you are going to be requiring to do some gear grinding to get your ults to the certain eye level to knowledge transfer. Now, the training camp. I do not have the training camp unlocked, but I do know what it does, as one of my friends has it unlocked, but I do not have access to their stronghold at this current moment in time. For an example, let's say that you are level 60. If you're level 60 and you transfer your ult to level 50, you have 10 levels to grind up your character to the level 60 cap. Now let's say that you use up all of your knowledge transfers but do not want to level up another character. What you can do is spend the 2 minutes to get your sheet music and then go to your stronghold and start up the training camp. The training camp can take various different lengths of amount of time depending upon your research buff and depending upon how long you're going to be allowing them to train. Once they're in the training camp, they will start leveling up. Now, please note your ults can only be 2 levels below you, so they will never be at the max level that you are at. So, let's say you're level 52, which is when Training Camp gets unlocked. Your ult can only go up to level 50. So, you will have to get it to the level 51 and level 52 progression. But if, say, you're level 60, it will go up to level 58. Now, let's go over how do you level your Stronghold. Well, all the different features that I just listed actually will level up your stronghold for you. So if you're researching all the available research that you have, that is stronghold EXP that you're getting. If you're crafting items in the workshop, that will get you EXP. If you're sending out your dispatch every single day, you're getting EXP. The Manor is the only feature that does not give you EXP because it's more of a buff machine than it is for XP machining. So the best way to level up your stronghold is one, do all the research because the research is always going to be required. And two, always send out your dispatch. In the workshop, you want to craft items that are at a higher yield of EXP. For example, there is the elemental HP potion that gives you 576 stronghold EXP, while the major HP potion only gives you 288 EXP. So you would want to craft the elemental HP pot over the major HP potion. In structures, they actually do not follow the same coding of the green being the lowest, blue being the highest, and purple being the most epic. In the structure, they actually do not follow the same coding as the battle items, so you will have to pick and choose and read through the different tags to figure out which one is better for you, as the bigger the fountain, the more EXP it will give you. Now let's go over some of the miscellaneous features that the Stronghold has that many players will be interested in and some will not be. First up, let's go over the report system inside your Stronghold. To access the wardrobe menu, you'll go underneath wardrobe or control 3. This will pop up the wardrobes for the different report NPCs. Please note that the NPCs will have various amounts of outfits. Most of them will have 2 outfits, but there are some that will have 11 outfits or that may only have the basic outfits. Each report NPC has their own type of buff inside of them, but some of them actually do not have buffs. The ones that do not have buffs are generally unnameless NPCs that are very easy to get. For example, Sarah is very easy to get, so she does not have any outfits, and her basic outfit does not have any buffs on it. While say Poppy takes a little bit more effort in his point system to get to full max trusted. He has an outfit and has a buff on his outfits. While Namira the Bard at Lutera's castle has a basic outfit buff and has the Voice of Lutera outfit buff. Now, please note, you can only have the NPC wear one outfit at a time. You can't have the same NPC wearing 2 different outfits displayed in your stronghold. To place a report NPC, you go underneath Placement, Character, and then Report. And it'll have a list of the report items that you have out. You'll be able to place any max report trusted NPC you have across your stronghold. Let's go over the Feast. The feast is where you get your own chef for your stronghold. There is a small quest line for this, so you get a roughly around level 10 to level 15 stronghold. The feasts are actually very important as they will give you different types of buffs for about 1 to 2 hours. This is extremely helpful for raiders. Now, the farm and the time cave. The farm and the time cave are where you get roughly about 16 nodes of each type of life skill. The farm is logging, mining, foraging, and fishing. The time cave is fishing, hunting, and excavating. You can use the farm and the time cave to craft different items in your workshop as we have gone over before underneath workshop. You can also convert the mats to dust. The dust is actually not very important right now, so you can ignore that until you reach a higher level in your stronghold. The farm and the time cave are also a really good place to level up your life skills to level 30, as you do need to have those maximum out to get the most benefit. Now let's go over the settings. Your stronghold has various types of settings of how you would like players to interact with your stronghold. You can actually deny people from entering in your stronghold if you do not want anybody to bother you. So in the settings option, you would go under enter stronghold, allow all, and you would deselect that, and that will stop your stronghold from appearing up on the stronghold list. Then you have the use stronghold trade merchants. These are the merchants that do visit your stronghold. If you would like to save all the materials for yourself, deselect any of the selections that you would like. Use Stronghold Feast. This is the feast that we went over that gives you the food buff for raiders and their Chaos Dungeon and Guardian raids. You can actually deselect any of the options if you choose to. Use Stronghold Gatherables. That is the farm and the time cave. I actually recommend keeping the gatherables off from everybody using them. The reason why is the farm is only a one-time use. So if somebody comes to your farm and uses your area where they take down a tree, you also lose that tree. Now let's go over interest. Interest is more of a rating system for players to let you know that, hey, you have a really amazing stronghold, or I really think that it's fun, I think it's awesome, and I think that it's gorgeous. Underneath the Stronghold Community tab, you'll be able to see recommended. Depending upon on how high your interest is for your stronghold, depends on where you will populate up in the list. Since my stronghold has a high interest rating, I actually have more people recommended to see my stronghold than other PEM members that have, say, an interest of 1. And speaking of the stronghold community, you can have allied strongholds. These are people who show interest in your stronghold and you show interest into them. This allows you to actually see which merchants they have and go to their stronghold and use a lot of their features. Of course, note they can take away a lot of permissions from you. The Save Stronghold tab is where you can actually save interests of strongholds that you actually want. So the difference between allies and saved stronghold is allies can only have 6 slots, while saved can have up to 50. The interest received tab is people who have received interest to your stronghold, and if you wish to see, oh, this person actually was interested in my stronghold, maybe I should go see what their stronghold looks like. The stronghold record is where you can have a list of names of people who come into your stronghold and what they did. So if somebody registered interest to your stronghold, you'll know there. If somebody tried out your feast or if somebody purchased products, you'll have the whole list of who came over for about 100 last visitors. Now, in your stronghold, you do have weekly quests that you'll be able to do. For an example, Life of a Lord. This is where you craft a battle item or finish a research, and you will actually get the research acceleration chip. So, this will actually help you get items to reduce down research, crafting, and dispatch timers. I do recommend doing them as having those chips will be beneficial for you to have stocked up. These quests reset on Thursday, which is the weekly reset. Thank you for watching this video. I do hope this video was helpful and insightful for your stronghold. How far are you in your stronghold? Thank you. Have a wonderful day.